What's up, y'all? This is Brave, and I'm back for another review of Love and Hip Hop Miami. This is Season 6, Episode 7, and let's get right into it. So we start this episode off with Trick Daddy. Now, Trick Daddy, he loved kids because that's definitely something that we saw because he was handing out backpacks left and right, telling the kids to stay in school and all those positive things. That's actually great, Trick Daddy. Like, I will say I did like seeing him in this light. You know, he partnered with the mayor out in Miami to have this community event. I'm all for it. So, guess who shows up, y'all? Ray J. Now, this man is here talking about how him and Prinky, they're about to get a divorce for real this time because, you know, all the other times they were from Play. I said, okay, sure. Are they divorced yet, y'all? I'm still waiting to know. I'm not sure, but I don't think that they are. Yeah. So besides that, you know, he also says that he's tri-coastal. He is in Vegas, he's in LA, and now he's back in Miami. Now, one thing that I will say is that Ray J, I feel like even though, you know, you've gotten older, something still ain't right with you. Like, I need for you to grow up. Because it's giving you still want to be party Ray J. But nonetheless, Trick Daddy, he goes on to talk about his situation with So Unique. Baby, So Unique has gone live. She done dogged Trick Daddy out, saying that, you know, he got her kicked off the show. She's doing all this on social media, but at the end of the day, he has no control over who is casted on this show or not. But So Unique, what I'm going to need for you to realize is that without Trick, you don't have a storyline. You're not really a cast member on this show. You're just a guest of Trick Daddy's for someone, you know, someone for him to film with. Girl, get it together. So, Ray J basically told him that, you know, he should have a conversation with So Unique. And that way they kind of get on the same page. Now, one thing about this whole So Unique situation with Trick Daddy is that the real reason why he is upset with her is because she met up with Joy. Right? And here's the thing, Trick. Why is it that anytime people mention Joy's name, you start acting a fool? Like, is it because you really did that woman wrong and that's why you don't want to get that divorce from her? Because you still want to have some type of ties with her? Like, Trick, please let it go. Now, moving on from that, Ray J, he lets us know that he's making a One Wish movie for the anniversary of the song. Then he had the audacity to compare it to Purple Rain. Ray J, if you don't stop it, like, please stop it while you're ahead. Get back to the Raytronics and the Scooty bikes. I'm not sure about this movie. So, next thing you know, we see Shay. She's getting a massage, and, you know, she's so stressed out. This is why she had to get this massage, you know, because she just kicked Fabo out. I'm like, girl, it's always the dramatics with you. So, Flo ends up showing up, and Shay goes on to talk about how, you know, Zoe pulled out the pregnancy test, and how the baby didn't belong to Fabo because Zoe's sister never met this man, and then she goes on to talk about, you know, this little counseling session that she had with Marcus. And at this point, she says that she doesn't want Fabo back. Y'all, I don't know. I haven't checked social media. Not sure if they've posted yet or what. But do y'all think that she back with Fabo? Like, I wouldn't be shocked or surprised if she was back with him. I'm just saying. Has she posted it on her social media, y'all? Let me know in the comments. Nonetheless, here goes Flo. She wants to give her story about how Amara, she brought my man this Dominican cake, and I saw the cake, it was sitting out. First of all, Flo, one thing about you, you gonna lie. You lie all the time. Because you made it seem like you saw this Dominican cake sitting out on the counter, and you were like, oh, whose cake is this? No. You literally had to go in the fridge because your mama is the same one who took a piece. Okay, she took a piece of the Dominican cake. She put it in the fridge. Like, I'm sorry, but Flo is always lying when it comes to her telling a story back. Okay? So, at this point, you know, she says that when it comes to Amara, she's flirting with Marlon and she, has something going on with him. And at the same time, she's also saying how her sister Gael says that, this is some get back or whatever because Gael messed around with Amara's baby daddy. And I'm just like, at this point, Gael, who haven't you messed with? Because, girl. Now, one thing that I will say is that Shay is right when she tells Flo that she needs to get all these people in check. You need to get Marlon in check, your sister in check, and Amara in check. Because you keep letting people kind of walk all over you, and it ain't cool. Especially that sister of yours. Because, my God, your sister is so messy. Like, it's ridiculous. So, at this point, this has put a little bug in Flo's ear that she needs to figure out a way to check her sister, right? We'll get there a little bit later in this review. In the next scene, we actually see Brooke and Marcus, and unfortunately, we learn that she has had a miscarriage. So, she's going through it at this point. She's really emotional about it. However, Marcus has a total different perspective than Brooke because he basically feels like they didn't plan this baby and maybe, this baby wasn't meant to be here. I feel like when it comes to Marcus and this whole planning and we didn't think we were going to have any more kids and all of this, well, sir, you can absolutely go get a vasectomy if you want to make sure that you don't have any more kids. Just throwing that out there. Because at this point, he tells her, he doesn't want to have any more children, especially when it comes to the way that she had a lot of complications when it came to her having their daughter Shy. And he just wants to focus on the music. So she's like, well, what if I don't want to focus on the music and I just want to be a housewife? I want to, raise my kids. And with Marcus, he's just kind of like, yeah, no. I feel like you have way too much talent. You have way too many gifts in this world. To share with the world than for you to just be a stay-at-home mom. Now, here's the thing. I do understand where Marcus is coming from because, Brooke, you have a great platform. You can absolutely express yourself however you want to, whether that be, motivational speaking like Marcus does. You can be an influencer. You can be a singer. You can do whatever you want to do. But her being a stay-at-home mom and just like, being a stay-at-home wife, I do understand where Marcus is kind of like, girl, we know that you can do more than just that. And honestly, you can feel that way, Marcus, but at the end of the day, it is Brooke's choice. You know what I mean? What she wants to do. Now, at one point, Marcus does bring up their joint album that they're supposed to be doing. And Brooke is kind of feeling some type of way. But one thing that I will say is that, Brooke, are you using this idea of being a stay-at-home mom and a housewife because you don't want to possibly put new music out because you're scared to put new music out? Like, I don't think that she has a fear of, singing. We've seen her sing before, but I do think that it has been a while since Brooke Valentine has dropped a project, and a project that people are paying attention to. This is no dig to Brooke Valentine, but the hype of her career was in the early 2000s. So her putting out new music, 15, 20 years later, I can understand the nerves that she has. What if people don't like it? What if people don't want to hear it anymore? You know what I mean? But hopefully, she does drop that project. I'm not exactly sure about Marcus. I don't know if he's rapping or what, but I'm all for hearing Brooke. I like her voice. All right, now, so we actually get to the next scene. It is Amara and her girls, okay? They're playing, and who shows up? Alan. He pops up, and, the kids are basically playing around while the adults are having this conversation. And I'm just kind of like, okay, so Alan, when you gonna actually, play with the girls? Because you do a lot of talking to Amara. Nonetheless, he has this idea that he wants all his kids together because he has 2 other children. And Amara's like, yeah, that's cool, but you need to spend time with these girls first and get a relationship going, and then maybe we can have your little kumbaya of a family gathering. And I completely understand what she's saying. But also I'm really wondering how much time Amara is expecting from Alan to be spent with the girls, like in person, because this man absolutely lives in a different country. So is this like a once a month visit, 6 times out the year? What's gonna be y'all agreement? But moving on, we see Ray J. He ends up meeting up with Derek. And here's the thing. They start talking about the women in Miami and the nightlife and all of that. And Derek basically feels like he found his person when it comes to Angela, so he ain't looking nowhere else. Ray J, you should take the hint. Ray J, on the other hand, he's talking about how Princess kicked him out the house because of a DM from a stranger, according to Ray J. According to this story, the DM said that Ray J was like messing around with somebody and Prinky believed it. And I'm just like, Ray J, I need for you to get your life together, because you and Princess have been going through this cycle. I have no idea how many times. We're tired. Please get a divorce. So then he starts going on and on about his whole little movie for the One Wish. The One Wish movie. And according to him, like, he has songs, I guess, for the soundtrack with Neo and Jacquees and all these people. And I can't lie, I'm shocked. I said, those people want to work with Ray J? Sheesh, they must have all fallen off. No offense, but I guess, child. Now, moving on from there, he goes on to talk about a Spanish version of some songs. I said, no, wait a second. Why are we getting a Spanish version of One Wish? Ray J, go sit down somewhere. Like, are you okay? Then he brings up Amara Negra out of nowhere, talking about some, oh yeah, I want her to teach me the bachata because it's a scene in the movie where I gotta do this dance. I said, Lord. Like, Ray J, are you on something right now? Because, like, the way he was just babbling, I'm just like, I can't take this man seriously. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to Amara, she's supposed to be friends with Prinky or whatever. So, Ray J is trying to feel it out to see if, it's okay for him to meet up with Amara or not. And I'm just like, Ray, you love a mess, so stop acting like you don't. Like, we have literally seen you be all up in the mess before. That's your forte. Now, moving on from that, we actually see Amara. She meets up with Brooke, and she's, giving her the updates about meeting up with Alan or whatever. And Brooke opens up about the miscarriage. Brooke says that, she's been crying all the time, and when it comes to Marcus, he's just kind of numb to the situation. And they talk about, now this is where things got interesting for me. They sat up there and talked about Marcus having that little counseling session with Shay and Flo. But here's my thing. Brooke, you don't really have the details on this situation, so I'm gonna need for you to pipe down. Love you, girl, but you can pipe down at this point. Then, what was really weird to me is, number one, she said that Marcus said that, Shay was being loud or whatever, and that's true. However, why did Marcus say that he actually liked Fabo? I'm like, what is it to like about him? Like, are you okay? Because there's nothing to like about Fabo. But nonetheless, Amara, you don't like Shay. Why are you asking for the tea? She wanted all the tea that went down. And I'm just like, but you're not friends with Shay, so you shouldn't even care. Like, Brooke, she even suggested that, maybe y'all should meet up and maybe y'all should talk. But Amara don't want to hang out with Shay. It don't benefit her none. Now, Amara goes on to talk about how, Ray, he mentioned his movies to her, and how he wants to meet up, but at the same time, she feeling a way about Ray J because she feels like he's part of the reason why Safari broke up with her. Girl, bye. Like, that was not even a real thing, was it? Y'all let me know in the comments because I do not follow Amara or Safari. Was that supposed to be real or what? Like, girl, I guess. So we see Shay. She goes to her mama house or whatever, go pick up her daughter. And when they go into the house, Shay's mother, brother, Mama D, and her business partner are all there because they are celebrating the fact that she left Fabo. Baby, Shay was pissed, okay? She was pissed off. She threw the cake on the floor. They had some shirts made. She threw those on the floor. You know, she feels like they're making a mockery of her and they're celebrating the fact that she left this man. And it's just like, well, girl, I think they're celebrating you having a new beginning, but okay. Then we see Mama D, right? And Shay's like, you're only happy, the only reason why you're so happy is because you want me to get back with your son. I said, well, she ain't lying. Especially considering Scrappy is single. He ain't with the BAM no more. You know Mama D gonna try to slide Shay up in there. So, this right here is what took the cake for me, y'all. Her brother MJ pipes up, right? He says that he had a lot of emotions about this. Her situation, not his situation, but her situation. So he had to face the music, okay? He had to go to the studio and make a song. Baby, when I tell you they played that little snippet of them in that studio, baby, I absolutely hollered. I said, oh, I know you lying. MJ, why are you playing in the booth with them whack vocals? And then you had the audacity to drag your mama into this? Because why is mama on the track? What is happening? Man, when I tell you, Shay got up out of there, okay? Shay grabbed her child and she left. And honestly, I don't blame her. Because let me tell you, once that music started playing, that would have definitely been my exit in music. Oh, we got to go. Absolutely not. So, y'all, here we go with Trick Daddy, okay? He is talking to So Unique about what she posted on social media, and you know, he feels like because she met with Joy, he had to kick her to the curb and all this stupid stuff. And then she feels like, you know, she's broken and, you know, he tells her to leave Miami and she's like, I run Miami. I said, you run Miami? Baby, I ain't heard nobody say they run a city since Natalie Nunn. And that was in the early 2000s. Girl, what? Now, according to Trick Daddy, she lied about him online. And the way he was like talking to her, being mad disrespectful, I said, girl, why did you want him in the first place? Like, I'm sorry. Ain't no way I would want Trick Daddy. And the fact that he up here getting real disrespectful, ain't no way. Now, y'all, we got to get to Gael's party. Baby girl's at the club. She celebrated her birthday, and she is so excited because who showed up? Alan. Baby, that damn Gael, she lit up. I ain't never seen her be that happy ever on this show. She dancing on him and all of that stuff. The next thing you know, but they keep wondering, where's Flo? Where's Flo? She's supposed to be performing. Where's Flo? Oh, baby, she'll be here. She'll be here. Because when Flo shows up, she has on this bodysuit that's like lace or whatever. And she gets on the stage because remember, she about to perform, right? So she gets on that stage and she is directly flirting with Alan, right? To the point where she pulls Alan on the stage. She dancing all up on him. And baby, Gael is over there throwing a fit, okay? To the point where she is running on stage. And she's like, what's going on? What's going on? And had the audacity to say in her confessional, what did I do to her? Like, what did you do to your sister? You slept with her husband, girl. What are you talking about? Like, Gael, are you okay? I don't think you are. So it gets to the point where Gael, she ends up kicking Flo out or whatever. The drama heated up a little bit too much for Alan, and he decided to leave. And then when we get Flo outside, she sees Alan. She's letting him know that his baby mama is trying to mess around with her husband, and how, all these things are going on, and she's sick of her. She's sick of her sister. And I'm just like, girl, I don't think he wants to hear you vent about all these other people. I really don't think so. But her master plan was for Alan to take her home or whatever. And they walk hand in hand. Girl, bye. Do y'all think she actually went home with Alan? I feel like they said cut and they went their separate ways. But that's just my theory. So we get to the last scene, right? It is Amara and Ray J meeting up or whatever. And she goes off on him. Especially about the fact that he messed up her engagement to Safari. Y'all, I guess it must have been real. Because the way she keep talking about this, I didn't even know they was engaged. Child, I really must have missed last season. I need to go back and watch. Because I'm so confused. But nonetheless, he ends up giving her a bunch of compliments, and he ends up apologizing or whatever. And then he goes on to try to sell her into being in the movie. I said, girl, you're buying this crap? I guess. Next thing you know, Amara gets up and he gets up and they go to do the bachata on the dance floor. They're all close and practically, about to kiss. Well, it looks like Ray J kind of leaned in for the kiss, and Amara was going to stop it. And then, it kind of just cut off there. Y'all, I can't lie. I don't really like Ray J on Miami. I miss him on the Hollywood cast. Can we please bring back Love and Hip Hop Hollywood? Because it really was the best one. But I digress. Y'all, that was the episode. I feel like it really wasn't much going on. Hopefully it picks up next week. But we shall see. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will talk to y'all in my next review. Bye, guys.